Hey guys, thanks for watching History Hound Detecting. Primarily, I like to chase history with my metal detector, but there are times when that really isn't an option. And right now in western North Carolina, it is dry as a bone, so digging plugs in people's yards probably isn't the smartest thing to do. But to be a history hound, you got to be willing to chase history in a variety of ways, and we are definitely going to do that in this video. Starting off with something that we have never done before on History Hound Detecting. We're going to go mining for rubies in an old ruby mine in Macon County, North Carolina. And I'm going to be joined by my friend Greg from SC Digger. After that, there's going to be a few clips of some metal detecting finds I made about a month or two ago that just haven't made it to video yet. Also, going to be hunting for some Native American artifacts. And we're going to end it up with another first for the video. A recipe. A very, very old recipe, but one that might surprise you and one that I hope you try. It's a pretty cool little taste of history. I hope you enjoy this video. All right, well, SC Digger got us lost for about an hour and a half.
Hey, that's why I'm following Ben now. What's up?
We finally made it. A few wrong turns here or there, but we are at Corundum Knob. And it is a place that has been dug for a lot of years, looking for this corundum. We're gonna go see if we can find a little piece of it ourselves. And you can see I got a hike ahead of me. And that's always news, bad news for a fat boy, but we'll make it. We are at the digging sites, and boy, you can tell how much digging has been going on. What they're looking for is this rock right here. Probably hard to tell in the camera, but it's kind of a bluish green, and that's what that pink corundum runs in. So that's why there's so many busted rocks laying around. We're going to get in the banks of one of these and go to digging, see what we can find. Just to give you an idea how much digging is going on around this place. Got SC Digger up there working in a little hole. Piles of tailings rolling down the mountain. And it's even dug way down in there too. This is just one side, but kind of stinks not knowing exactly what you're looking for, but what I'm doing is busting stuff like this. Seems to have that thin cortex around the outside and green on the inside, hoping to see a little bit of pink popping up somewhere. Nothing yet. I keep running across these pieces every now and again, and boy, the light isn't really working, but there you can see it. That dark green streak right down the middle. And, you know, it's, I don't know. Can't tell what that is. I really need some of you rock hounds to jump in there and let us know. Gonna keep digging. All right, SC Digger found something. He found a little bit of pink inside one of these rocks. And you can see it right there on the edge of the white. Just a very pale pink showing up. And that's what we're looking for. Of course, it comes a whole lot darker pink than that, but that is when we didn't get skunked. Right there inside that vein.
Sure.
Very good.
Yep.
Now, I'm not trying to brag, but That's a significant pile of rocks for that little hammer. Very possible that's genetic, and that I had some family members that spent quite a bit of time busting rock. Just saying. Now this is funny. This is the rock that I brought back from the knob, the only rock, and it had that green streak going through it. Now I don't know if any of you caught it in the video, but when I was editing in that, I noticed a little something that I hadn't noticed before. I'm going to zoom in because you're going to have to zoom to see this. Look, it's right there at the bottom of the green. See the pink ruby? I did find a little piece, and that ain't it. Look right there. See the blues? A little bit of sapphire too. How cool is that? Didn't even know that I had a piece. Well, it's a start. We'll definitely have to go back and see if we can find something a little bit better, but I'm happy with it. Sometimes you gotta look pretty closely to see what you've got. That's also true with metal detecting. I love a find that will really surprise me on closer examination, and I got one of those this last week. Now this could have been any number of things, and I went down a number of rabbit holes before I finally got the answer I was looking for. And this surprised me with its age. Check out this. I got something interesting. Okay, is it just me or is there a crimp right there? But it's not a bullet. It's heavy. I still don't think it is. It's like a fake bullet. I'm wondering if it's like a toy. But that is odd. I'm gonna have to get that cleaned up. Very interesting. Alright guys, check it out. It is indeed what I believe to be a toy cartridge. And I'm wondering if that port didn't have something to do with actual caps or something firing in this thing. Posted it on ID Me. Hope to get an answer soon, and you'll know when I know. I finally got off the idea of it being a toy and started to consider that it might be a dummy round used for training in the military. But the bullet size didn't fit anything from at least the modern military. And then I found the 45-70 round. That went to the 1873 Springfield trapdoor rifle. Well, it's not a dummy round either. Would you believe it's a corkscrew? Now, I was a little disappointed, but I wondered why a modern corkscrew would use such an old bullet as its pattern. Well, it's not a modern corkscrew. 1897, patented by the Williamson Company out of New Jersey. Pretty cool find in my book. Well, I thought I had some sort of cool old bottle lid here until I started brushing it off. And it's a salt or pepper shaker. It's falling apart on me, unfortunately. I'll try to save it, but I think that lid's about gone. Kind of cool looking, though. It's raining. Better crawl under a log. That one is 1941. Well, we've done a little rock hounding, we've done a little metal detecting. Now let's go find an artifact or two. Well, it's changed quite a bit since I was last here, but this pile of dirt is my sifting pile from that pile of artifacts. And I'll tell you why I keep coming back. One, because this area right in here, I'm not sure I got it down to original ground. I keep hoping something will wash out, and a few things have. Got some pottery pieces there that have washed up. A little piece of quartz crystal. But I'll tell you the one thing I've never found, and I really am surprised that it hasn't turned up here. And I don't know, maybe I just don't have the eye for it, but I keep hoping that in this pile of sifted dirt, there'll be a bead. And I know guys that have pill bottles full of beads, and I have just never been able to find one. And like I said, I don't know if it's because I just can't spot them, or whether they're not here, but I would be very surprised that there's not some in here somewhere. Just haven't found them yet, but I'll keep coming back as long as this dirt keeps washing and keep looking. All right, I just spotted this piece of that old Knox chert, but right next to it there's a little piece of quartz poking out. I think it's a little old bitty point, and back broke off of it. Very cool. That's the smallest one I found in a while. Alright, let's see if anything else is turned up. Alright, not sure, but we may have the end to a broken blade here. Oh yeah. All day long. Very cool. It's neat how just a month or two of rain will just turn up things, because I mean I walked this area thoroughly. No telling what's laying a 1/4 inch beneath that dust. We'll find out in a couple months, I reckon. Well, guys, I have decided that I can't metal detect anymore. I swear. I have found nothing, and I have been here a while. So I decided to come back to the garden, because one thing I can find lately are those. And there's another. What a little beauty. Ooh, let me back you out a little bit. Look at that. Gorgeous little quartz point. Well, if you can't lick them, join them. If this is what I think it is, I am going to be one happy man. That looks like the tip of a drill. Oh no. Oh, that had me going. Definitely an awesome point it would have been. Sure looked like a drill hanging out there for a second though. All right, back to the little garden spot that I like to check every now and again. And I see a nice Yadkin base. Broke, unfortunately, but I found several of these in here. And that's a pretty one. Look at the ears on that thing. I love to find one nice and sharp. Most of them look like that though. Died. And I have to come back here to a place that I marked one that I haven't touched, and I set down one that I've already picked up. Let's see if I can find my little headstone marker. There it is. All right. Can you see it? Right here. Got a broken base off of what looks like maybe an Appalachia style. And I got this really crude flint one. And it's really crude because they had to stop on it. Because on the other side, there's a big old stack. And they couldn't work around that thing. So they left it as is. That's it for the day. I'm done. I'm going home. All right, I'm gonna close the video out with something even a little bit more different than rock hounding. I'm gonna show you a recipe that's kind of cool. It's got a lot of history behind it. This plant right here is called a staghorn sumac. And when you hear the word sumac, you might be thinking poison sumac. There's a big difference between staghorn and poison sumac. One thing right off the bat, staghorn has red berries, poison sumac has white berries. The other thing to look for, right here on the branch, you see even the stalk of the branch has little leaves that come off of it. And you can find this plant growing just about on any roadside in the southeast. You can see it's growing here, growing down there by my mailboxes. We're gonna gather these berry clusters and we're gonna make a lemonade. Some people call it Indian lemonade because the Native Americans did gather this, made a drink out of it, but you can also store these berries, and they would store them for the wintertime because they were a really good source of vitamin C. But it makes a really tasty lemonade. So check this out. This stuff. Just come up to a cluster right here, wrap your hand around it, and just give it a pull. All those berries will break off in your hand. I'm using a potato chip bag to store them because I didn't have nothing else. But you can see my hand has got kind of an oil on it, and that's that citrus juice running out on it. All right, that's packed pretty full. I think I got enough. Okay, so I got my berries home. I like to give them a quick rinse. Just rinse them off, make sure there might be a little bug or something crawling around in there. Just a quick one though, because you don't want to lose any of the flavor. And then I let that soak overnight. So I'm gonna strain that out through a coffee filter or paper towel, or even a clean shirt would work. But we're gonna strain that out and then sweeten it up and add a little bit of something to it. All right, so after we strained it out with the coffee filter, we got a little over half a gallon of lemonade. Now I'm gonna add a cup of sugar to it. We'll try it, but then I think I'm gonna add something else. All right, we taste tested it and it is good. But I think I'm gonna throw some strawberries in there.
Why?
I think that'll be perfect. Don't you think strawberries would be good?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do too. All right, well there we go, finished product. We're gonna let that marinate for about an hour and let that strawberry flavor get all in there too. I think you'll be really surprised at the citrus flavor, especially up here in the mountains of North Carolina. We don't have citrus fruit. This tastes really citrusy, and it's kind of cool, a little piece of history. Good way to get some vitamin C for the Native Americans, something they could store and keep, use as a nice drink, or even a medicine.